This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
So now I have a next question about the, have you worked on the Ingress controller?
Yes, we did.
You did, okay. So what is an Ingress controller? What does it exactly do in Kubernetes cluster?
So the Ingress controller manages the external access to services within the cluster. It enables features like SSL termination and virtual hosting.
Can you give me a walkthrough, like between the 2-tier or the 3-tier application, how this Ingress works?
So like for the 3-tier application, I can give a workflow. So if we have like 3 servers, like the front end, the backend, and the database, right? So we can, the Ingress controller will like be in the front of the front end, and it will of course manage all the traffics, and it will make sure all the external it will of course make sure of the security of the application, and of course all the access coming from the outside, all the traffic coming from the outside, it's going to make sure it is being distributed properly in between all the front end server.
Okay. Okay, so what about the, so we are in the front end, what does it do? What else it does? So we got the request, we got a request from www.amazon.com.
It's going to go through the Ingress controller, and based on the traffic, flow, it will distribute the, it will of course authenticate from where the request is coming. Is it like some vulnerable request or not? Is it gonna make the application vulnerable or not? And then of course it's gonna be rerouting the request to the front end, and from the front end is gonna go to the back end. The request is gonna go to the back end. So it depends if we have any load balancer in between the front end or back end or not. Mostly we have, of course, like if we have a big application and traffic is more, we have load balancer in between the front end and back end. And then of course the backend gonna send the request to the database to get the request, whatever the request is, to get the information, verify with the database, and then of course it's gonna send back to the front end.
Understood. Okay. So I have another quick follow-up question. Did you renew any SSL certificate, or do you have a different team does it?
We have a different team who does that.
Okay. So if you found you got a request that your application SSL certificate is going to be ended in 3 weeks. This request is submitted to you or sent to you. What is your internal process to complete this? Because SSL will be in 3 weeks, it will be expired. The users will be unable to access your application. So you said the other team is responsible for the SSL renewal. What is the internal process you have?
Okay, so in that case, if this ticket is assigned to me, I'm gonna try to set up a meeting with immediately, because of course it's expiring within 3 weeks, so it's on a priority basis. So I will definitely go and set up a meeting as soon as possible with the SSL team who does handle all this renewal and and also like verification. So I'm gonna go and set up the meeting and let them know, and of course I'm gonna work with them like very closely to if they need any help from me. But yeah, of course I'm gonna let them know.
Yep. Okay, so have you ever done the SSL renewal yourself?
No, we have a different team for that, so I didn't have to do that.
Have you ever curious how they do it and you want to do yourself down the path?
Yeah, I had the curiosity, so yeah.
So one of the responsibility will be we do not have the infra team involved with all of this. They actually build the process as I mentioned in the beginning, you have to actually renew all the SSL certificate applications you'll be responsible for. But yes, you will be working with them, collaborating. If you have any questions or if you have any struggle, you'll be working with them. But mostly you'll be responsible to renew all of the SSL certificate, and it is very high the priority based on the different application renewal happen different time. So just to make sure that about